Hello and welcome. This video is going to explain everything and anything about the American black bear, also called Ursus americanus, according to its biological classification. Throughout the video, I will be referring to it as the black bear for short. According to this classification, the black bear is a carnivorous mammal of the Ursidae family, Ursus genus, and species Americanus. Physical description. The pelage coloration ranges from dark black, almost bluish, to lighter browns and sometimes even beige. Some bears have a white crest on their chest, and muzzles are typically lighter shades of brown. Darker black bears exist more frequently in boreal and temperate rainforests, whereas lighter colored black bears exist more frequently in the deserts of southern USA or more open forests. However, you may occasionally spot an albino black bear with white fur and red eyes. The American black bears are known to be one of the largest omnivorous mammals. The weight of the adult black bear varies quite a bit, but the average male weight is 135 kgs and the average female weight is 70 kgs. In comparison, the birth weight of these bears is only 0.225 kgs. On average, males are about 10 to 70 times greater in mass than females. However, these bears are still considered to be the smaller North American bears. In comparison to the sister species grizzly bear, black bears do not have a prominent shoulder hump and have smaller non-retractable claws. On all fours, a black bear's height from the shoulder ranges from 100 to 120 centimeters. These bears have small tails, rounded ears, and a straight, long facial profile. They also have a flexible and long tongue which allows them to pick up smaller particles of food such as berries or insects. The young are born at altricial and depend on their mother for 16 to 17 months, but they do grow to a fully matured adult by ages 3 to 4, where just like humans, the females mature earlier. Majority of bears live to the average age of 10 and thus begin mating by ages 6 to 7. Let's move on to life history. The average number of cubs birthed by black bear is 2. Greater than 2 cubs are rarely birthed. Although it is possible, it all depends on abundance of food resources and availability. Gestational periods last about 6 to 7 months. Lactational periods last 10 to 12 weeks during the winter when the mother is dormant, which is when she's not eating, urinating, or defecating. This is part of the reason why researchers believe that the young are born altricial. The mother is gestating during the winter, which is when resources are scarce. Thus, a majority of a cub's nutrition is obtained during the lactating period. Black bears are not considered true hibernators, as they have very frequent arousal periods during the winter and mothers birth during the winter. Thus, instead, they have winter extended dormancy, which is what I will be referring to for the rest of the video. However, similar to true hibernators, they reduce their basal metabolic rate by 25%, their body temperatures drop from 38 degrees to about 30 to 36 degrees Celsius, and heart rate decreases from 55 to 9 beats per minute. Now let's move on to the geographical range and natural habitat. The general distribution of black bears is across North America, including regions of Canada, USA, and some parts of northern Mexico. However, black bears are known to constantly adapt and shift their ranges according to resource accessibility. Studies show that bears choose habitats near vegetation, and dispersal ranges actually decrease with increased forest size. This signifies that range choice is not driven by space, but instead is driven by food. Male dispersal ranges are 2 to 6 times greater than females, and this is primarily driven by the need to increase the chances of reproduction. These bears are terrestrial mammals that live primarily in boreal and temperate forests, but due to their wide dispersal ranges, they have also adapted the ability to live in shrublands, deserts, wetlands, and grasslands. Choice of habitat is driven by high-fat foods that could be stored during their extended dormancy periods. Black bears are on the lesser side of concern, also called least concern when it comes to their conservation status, as they have considerably healthy numbered populations, and their populations are also increasing, thus they are not endangered. However, major threats to black bears are anthropogenic by hunting and habitat destruction. Black bear diet. As black bears are omnivores, they have the ability to digest a wide variety of foods. This allows them to be opportunistic eaters in the sense that they choose what they want to eat based on what nutrients they need, depending on the availability of those nutrients as well. Diets include insects, small invertebrates, berries, a variety of nuts and crops. Seasonal availability of the diet. Diets that are on the high protein and fats such as insects and vertebrates, are typically consumed before the extended dormancy periods during the summer and fall, as these foods are abundant during those seasons and are associated with increased body mass. Vegetation such as grass, stems, and leaves are consumed after the extended dormancy period emergence during the springtime. In the summer, as plants begin to fruit, bears consume diets high in fruits, plant seeds, and nuts. Some common fruits are blackberries, cherries, and huckleberries. In the fall, bears continue to eat plants but also increase animal and insect consumption. The graph to the right is representative of black bear seasonal diets in Great Smoky Mountain National Park of southern USA. This is one population of black bears. Although the values are specific and may vary between populations, it provides a good representation of a seasonal black bear diet. There do not seem to be any limiting toxic or anti-nutrients in black bear diets. However, storing fats in the body for long periods of time makes one susceptible to gallbladder diseases such as gallstone development. Since black bears are dormant with fat stores for extended periods of time, they must have a combating ability to gallstones. Researchers found that black bears have a crucial ability to produce excessive amounts of ursodeoxycholic acid, UDC, from their bile. UDC is involved in dissolving gallstones as they develop. The ability to produce this increases with age, suggesting that it's not only an evolutionary mechanism to avoid gallbladder disease, but it's also an acquired ability through aging. Now let's move on and talk about the nutritional value and energy content of the diet. Here I have presented the approximate analyses for raw black cherry seeds and almonds on an as-fed basis. It is important to note that both foods presented have the highest nutrient composition in fats, followed by proteins and then fiber or carbs. This is indicative that black bears prefer diets high in protein and fat, as they're not only preparing for extended dormancy and gestation or lactation during that period of time, but also to sustain energy for their large body masses as well. To determine how much fuel energy is available in the body after fecal loss and digestion, which includes urine and gas loss, metabolizable energy can be calculated. This is the total energy that is available to the body, which can be used for absorption, uptake, transportation, and storage of nutrients, fermentation, body maintenance, physical activity, and gestation or growth. The equation by Asaro et al. Uses Atwater coefficients, which estimate the average amount of energy